So we'll have a look at copy and paste and cut and paste. Now, if you already know how to copy and paste or cut and paste, use the method that you want to use, the method that suits you, that you remember. Don't change to one of the methods because you think, oh, that's the proper way to do it. There's no proper way to do it. For everything there is to do on a computer, there's 3 or 4 different ways that you can do it, and no way is wrong, provided you get the answer that you want. It's right. Okay, so say I'm going to copy antique scales. Now there's several ways to copy and then paste. Okay, so the first way would be to go in the home ribbon up to this icon, which is like 2 wee pages, and click on copy. The marching ants go round it, and then I'm going to bring it down and then put my icon where I want it to be, and then I'm going to click on paste. And then, as you see, you've left behind what I would call the marching ants. See, they're running around there, these wee marching ants, but you want to get rid of that. So to do that, it's the key on the keyboard, which is ESC, which is the top left hand, and you just click it and it disappears. So that's how I have copied and then I have pasted. Another way to copy and paste is you could click on the cell that you want to copy. You can right click and copy. You can come down to where you want it to be. You can right click and paste. Does the same thing. The marching ants are going round there, so we're going to escape the marching ants, and that's us back. So that's number 2 way. Number 3 way of doing it is keyboard control. All right, so if you hold down your control key, CTRL key, and C for copy, you'll see that the marching ants are going round. You're going to come down to where you want it to be, and it's Control and V, and that puts it in. And you want to get rid of your marching ants again, so escape. So that's 3 different ways to copy and paste just from one cell to another. I'm going to undo that. All right, now if I want to cut something, basically I'm cutting it out and I'm moving it to another place on the page. So say the antique scales, we're going to cut this cell and we're going to move it somewhere else. You go up to the little pair of scissors and you click little pair of scissors. The marching ants goes round at the minute. Antique scales are still up there. I'm going to bring it down here and I'm going to paste. So it has jumped from this cell down to this cell because I used cut and then paste. I'm going to undo. So I'm going to go back. Right, I'm going to escape. So you can also cut by right clicking and going to cut and then bringing it where you want it to be, right clicking and paste, and it does the same thing. It brings it down. Okay, and then oh dear, shouldn't have done that, should have undid. All right. And the way to do it with the keyboard controls are you're going to hold down your, click on where you want, what you want to cut, hold down Control, and you use your X. Think of your X like a pair of scissors, so the key X, and then come down to where you want it to be and hold down your Control and V, and it does the same. So that's 3 ways of cutting and paste inside the spreadsheet. Now, I might want to cut and paste from a Word document that I have gone into. All right, so let me see. I've got a Word document up, okay, and I'm going to attempt to use this dictate. Now, once I start using the dictate, I will not be talking because it picks up every word. It's if I say anything extra, it sticks that in too. All right, so dictate is a handy thing once you get the hang of it. All right, so it'll be very handy. It spells quite well, and it's in Word, okay, and then we can cut it and paste it into our document. So I'm going to go to the home ribbon, and if you go over here, there's like a microphone dictate. And as you see, it is listening to us because the microphone is on. And as it listens to us, it will type everything that we say, and sometimes it's something extra. So I say a lot of so. So you end up with sometimes words that you don't want in there. So I'm going to stop it. I'm going to stop it and I'm going to delete. So I'm going to make it go. I'll not say anything other than two-door pine wardrobe. All right, whenever I start this, because if I say anything more, it'll end up typing it. Okay, so two-door pine wardrobe. And I'm turning off the microphone so that it doesn't start. So I have spoken that and it just typed exactly what I wanted. And there's a blue line underneath, which is wardrobes, right? Because it said two, it's sort of thinking that it's two wardrobes. So, but it's not. So we're going to ignore that blue line for now. All right. So once you speak into it, and you think you're happy with what it said, you could highlight that piece of text, and you could use your scissors and cut it, and then you could open up your spreadsheet and you could paste two-door pine wardrobe. So I'm going to go back to my Word again and I'm going to write a description. All right, so once I put the microphone on, I'll try only to speak, say what I have to say about the description of this two-door pine wardrobe. Okay, so here we go. Two-door pine wardrobe in excellent condition. Full stop. Now, because we want to copy and paste this, I've turned the microphone off so that it's not listening to me. Because we want to copy and paste this, you need to sort of proofread it. Two-door pine wardrobe. We'll get rid of one of the things. Comma would probably be good in there. In excellent condition. So did I say in excellent condition? Okay. What else could I say about that pine wardrobe? I could maybe give it sizes. All right, so maybe I could give the sizes at this point and see how we go. And you could, we'll not put the price in because you're going to put that in the other column, right? Okay, so we could put the sizes in by saying it like 60 x 50 x 56 centimeters. So we had to say the x is by, okay. and it's gone CMS. So it said everything we wanted to say. All right. Now, I could then highlight that and we'll copy it. And we're going to come over to our spreadsheet and we're going to paste. And it's put in our 60 and then we'll wrap text. Remember we did the wrap text before. So 2-door pine wardrobe in excellent condition, 60, right, okay. And then you can put your prices in, okay. Let's go back just to the word. Do you see? Okay, with this dictate, okay, it spells things pretty well, but say there was a mistake in the spelling, so I'll just talk for a bit and see what happens. This is to demonstrate how to work the word dictate. If I say full stop, it adds a full stop. If I say comma, it adds a comma. If I say new line, it drops down to the line below. And if I say delete, it removes the last word that I said. Now, let's have a look at it. This is to demonstrate how to work the word dictate. Right. I probably should have said comma in there if I was doing this right, comma. If I said full stop. You see, that's all up the left. So I'm having to fix that. So don't take for granted everything you say that has come. You have to sort of go back and check it. It's deleted the word. It's repeated the word. So delete. And I don't know what that even is. It shouldn't be. Oh, it should be comma. Okay. So I should have typed COMMA, but it didn't. Anyway, let's put in some mistakes. Do you see how to fix it? So let's stick in if I've spelled that wrong. Now this works in spreadsheets as well. You know, you need to spell it right, okay? Put in an extra space there. So whenever you're in Word, if you get a red wiggly line, it means that there's a spelling mistake. So you right click and pick the right word. Okay, so you never add the spelling mistake to the dictionary. If you get a blue line, it usually means that there's an extra space or there's a grammar mistake. It wants you to put in a comma, usually, or a full stop. So I'm going to right click and it's one space only between the words is better, and I'm going to choose that one space. Up here doesn't like dictate, doesn't like the comma, so it's telling me to take it out. Let's see what's wrong with removes. It removes, it's sort of suggesting that it's an S. So always, even when you've spoken and you're happy with it, just have a wee read over it and see that it's working. So if I can cut that or I can copy it, it doesn't matter, and I can bring it down and I can put that into my spreadsheet in whatever way it said. Now, because I said new line, right, it dropped down below, so it's actually copied and pasted into 2 lines. Let's see if we can remedy that. If I right click and paste special, does that work? Special text. Okay, no, it's still doing it in the 2 lines. Okay, so how to fix that is if it gets, I wouldn't use 2 lines, I think would be the thing I would say. But if it did use 2 lines, I could cut it out of there. So you click on the line that you want to take out and move up. Or I wonder if you can merge the cells. Where do we see? Merge, merge cells. Discards the other values. Okay, so it's not going to work. There you go. But you learn something every day. Let's undo that. Okay, so right, we've got to this point. I've gone down a new line, so I'm going to cut that. Okay, with the scissors. Come up to the end of this new line and paste. So you can paste it using your paste, and then you'll get it in the one cell, and it has word wrapped in there. Okay, so and the reason why, you see the way it's gone down to the bottom of that cell, we have wrapped the text, so that means we did it before, we've got it all in the one. But if you go up to, you can get different in this alignment box, you can get it to align the best way you want it. So I would say possibly that might be the best way. We don't want it down at the bottom. All right, so we don't want it at the bottom. We want it to go up there. So that's how we copied and pasted from a document. All right, and we use this microphone, this dictate. I have sent Raymond this, and it gives you actually things that you can say to get what you get if you say. So if you wanted this question mark, you would say question mark, for instance, full stop. It tells you what to say, and some of them would be useful, and others I would just ignore. So you would just pick the ones out that you think are useful to you, and I wouldn't pick too many. So would go for the comma, full stop, basics. And as you saw before, I wouldn't even use the new line because it causes problems, really, unless you were copying that. If you were using this to copy it into the website, I suppose it would be all right to use the new line. Don't know. I would have to try that out myself. So that's how to copy and paste out of Word. The other way to copy and paste, or what you would copy and paste out of, would possibly be the internet. So, two-door pine wardrobe. Right, let's see, for sale. Let's have a look and see. Right, so pick a site with a bit of text about it. There's an Argus. Let's see. There's Argus. We'll try and see whether they've got, so two-door wardrobe. They've probably got a description. Two-door wardrobe. They have a description. So you could say made of pine. So I'm going to highlight the text that I want to pinch. So made of pine, wooden handles, 2 doors, metal runners, maybe fixed hanging rail. Right, I wouldn't worry about any more of that. It's giving you a bit, so I can right click and copy. I bring that into the Word directly, or into the Excel directly. Let's see what happens when I clear that. Right click and paste. Now it has put it down in a line because I copied that, right? So let's try it in a Word document. So when I put it in paste, it has given me the the dots. So I maybe want no bullet points, and I would probably, if I'm copying from the internet, I would use this tool, which is a clear all formatting. So that clears all the formatting. And I possibly would bring that up as that given us too much work to do. 2 drawers of metal runners, 1 fixed hanging rail. I'm just bringing it all up under one line. Made of pine. And then I could add excellent condition. Full stop. Right, so there's my bit that I've copied from the internet. Bring up the word, and then I can paste it in, and I could wrap my text. So once you get the hang of the word dictate, it actually, I think it would be very useful. But you do need to practice like anything. So you can. So we have copied and pasted there. We'll copy that out of there because we are sort of going in here as well. So that's wardrobe 2, 2-door pine wardrobe. And remember, marching ants, so we're going to hit escape. So there's a couple of ways to use copy and paste and cut and paste.